I'm your host, of course, of the podcast. I have my partner, BCE, Bulls in the building.
Bulls in the building.
Man,
Show blue cheese and the pride.
Our blue cheese in the family. So, man, and once again, the show has been sponsored by your local seafood store, Submit Seafood Store, located right here, 3315 Hatch Cross Road, right across Winchester Beach. So, man, look, you're here live, What's Wrong Street podcast, man. Uh, uh, like shout out to our new engineer,
Word on the street, I heard he came back
Ken Blackfield.
Word on the street,
Shout out to Blackfield for doing all our
My man behind the screen called Joshua, aka Hidden Blackfield.
But man, look, we got a special guest in the building today, man. Something I've been wanting to do for so long, man. Sit down with this guy right here, man. He's everywhere nowadays. He's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And no other than we have on the show today with us, Mr. Gerald Richardson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What it do, man? Hey, man. Appreciate y'all for having me
Right.
go out,
Man, take the time out.
Appreciate the time out. Yeah, man.
Everybody don't take time out to do that.
Hey, man, you got to, man. Come on, when you from the bottom, man, you need to get back down there and see what's going on.
Right.
Come on, man. You just can't rise to the top and stay up there. Man.
Nah, you can't.
Stay connected, bro.
So what's been up with you lately?
Man, this music thing, man. You know, I've been blessed, man. Travel, see the world with this gift God let me borrow, man. I use it to the best of my ability, bro. Trying to feed the people, man. Give them real feel-good music. Been traveling with some legends for about 5 years, man. But my solo career is just as successful.
Right.
Yeah, man. And music make the world go round, bro. Whether you believe it or not.
I definitely
You know, just think about how you feel certain days you listen to certain music. You know, and what you want to do as an artist is make that music. And it's all emotional, man. So yeah, I try and stay along the lines of those emotions, man, and tap into everything from party to misery.
I look at music, man, like an endless Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real talk. Real talk. And when you got that power with that pen, man, you can tap in and you coming from your heart. So I've been in the studio, man, in the lab, right? Got a single, dropped it May 29th.
May 29th.
May 29th, Gerald Richardson.
What's the name of the single, Jerry?
Life of the party, man.
Life of the party.
Yeah, man.
You know what? That's a good topic, life of the party.
Life of the party.
Because nowadays there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And we're from old school. I know you are.
Yeah.
You are
Right.
too old.
Sure.
We like to go out and party and have fun and go home.
Yeah.
Safe,
That's right.
or with nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? So
That's it.
The life of the party just changes the energy wherever they go.
It really does. Man. You think about it, boy. When you walk in and folks see Bull walk in the door,
Right.
it's on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
You in the building.
Right.
You the life of the party.
Right.
So I take that attitude. You know what I mean? As far as my music, when I hit the scene, it's on. Whether the party's already up, we're about to go up another notch.
Right.
You know, because of the energy that I bring.
right.
And you know, life of the party, it has nothing to do with violence, no guns.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is all feel good music. You know what I mean? It talks about me and my guys in the VIP kicking it.
Right.
And females come to find out, she the life of the party. So
Right.
we all in this thing together.
Great connection.
Yeah, man, and that's what it's about, man. But May 29th is dropping. And I'm gonna come back, man. I want to come back.
We gotta have you back here for this,
bro.
man. Do a work premiere on that, man. We gotta definitely have you back
Got
here.
to
Do a work premiere on that.
I'm ready for it, bro.
So who did the sound? Who did the track?
Man, so Jonathan Richmond, man, he is a dope brother from Memphis. He travels the world. Bonnie James, Eric Benet, you name it. He is phenomenal, but he is a track master. So he did this track. I'm following up. I got 3 more singles. I gotta shout out my boy Steve Bethany. He and I have written some dope songs, man. Right behind Life of the Party, I'm coming with a single called Ordinary Love. You and I were talking about relationships earlier.
Right.
Ordinary Love, it talks about the simplicity of a man. We don't need fancy cars. We don't need movie stars. We just need an ordinary love. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be the follow up to Life of the Party, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be the summer jam.
That'll be the summer jam.
Yeah, that'll be the summer jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the summer jam. Well, I know you've been working hard.
Yeah.
And coming up with a new single such as "The Life of the Party." I'm pretty sure uh, during your career, being a music in Memphis, what have you learned from just being an artist here in Memphis? Man, like like you got so many people that have made it out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be an artist and work with people that you're working with now, what was it like?
Ooh, your name is Chris Grind Hall. It's a grind. It's a grind, man. I did another podcast not too long ago, and I was telling the young lady, I said, if you can make it in Memphis, you can make it in Memphis. There's nowhere in the world you can't go and be successful.
I heard that a lot. I heard that.
And this is real talk. You gotta understand. Now, come on, man. This is a tough market. This is the toughest market in the world, if you ask me. Memphis, Tennessee. We can leave here and go either direction and find good music, great music, great musicians. But you, as an artist, you have to find your niche. I sang behind some amazing artists, man, for years. It was only 7 years ago, Chris, that I started a solo career.
Wow.
Only
I
seven
was just
years
going to give
ago.
you that question. What answer you
Only 7 years ago. And if you think about it, that is a short amount of time to accomplish what God has allowed me to accomplish.
Right.
I've accomplished a lot, man. But here in Memphis, the reason I say it's a tough market because you got so many artists, man. You got a lot of people that have made it, but the ones that are still here are grinding.
Right.
They are grinding, which is good. But I think the key to it is being authentic, man. Learning who you are, what your craft is about, what market you appeal to. Be accessible. The main thing for me is humility. You ask me why I came here. This is where it is, man. I like I said, I tour the world, but what better place to come than here tonight? You don't have to have that shine all the time. You may not be on the red carpet, man, all the time, but you guys are celebrities to me.
Right.
You understand? You hold the same weight. You got a podcast. You got a platform. You got followers. You're set up professionally, dude. This is payment for me.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, this
We
is
appreciate
payment
having
for
you,
me.
man.
This
Appreciate having
dead
you.
serious. You know how I get out.
Oh man, look, my first time meeting you, I think was last year, October.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
Bird, old lady had a Halloween party,
Yeah,
right?
sure did.
It was in Memphis. It was downtown.
Yeah.
And I did the broadcast, and that was my first time meeting you.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
But somehow I had some difficulty with my broadcast. I couldn't get the interview to come through. But I said I was going to most definitely when I get set up to get you
I
back.
told you that night. I said, hey man, here's my personal number.
Yeah.
When you ready, call me.
And I called.
It's just that simple, right?
Yeah.
Keep your word. Your word is your bond.
She wears your bond, man. So, being in Memphis as an artist, for a while. So let's trigger back to what did you do before you became a singer? Like before you knew you wanted to do this.
Man,
What was you doing at the time?
to be honest, Chris, man, I've been singing since I was 9. Ooh. My mom and dad were gospel recording artists.
Okay.
And I've always been around the music industry. But before I pursued my passion, I was a hooper, man. I played ball.
Oh, you play basketball?
Yeah, I played ball, bro.
So you were about 6'1", 6'2"?
I'm about 6'3".
6'3", okay.
Yeah.
6'3", okay.
Yeah.
So you used to slam that thing.
Hey, man, I did it all, bro.
Did you make it to the collegiate level?
Yeah, man, I played ball and I went to junior college in Texas, and I played for University of Central Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
sure did, man.
So speaking of that, did you get a degree while you was in school, or how did it work out?
Man, great question, bro. And I think this is the part that really helps people. I did not get a degree in college. I spent 20 years out of college just really working and had the desire to go back and finish what I started. 20 years later, after leaving college, man, went back, got my undergrad. A month later, I was in grad school, getting my grad degree. I'm a mental health therapist by trade.
Wow.
I'm a therapist by trade, and that portion of my life is about, and that's where the humility comes in. Just giving back.
Right. Right.
Just giving back. All I wanted to do on a job was to help somebody. And, I was led to being a social worker, man. And that job is overpayment. It's really overpayment, not in money, but in my heart. I'm overpaid by the compassion that God has shown me to show others. So I'm grateful, man, that and this is even before music and while I'm in music, but it just kind of keeps me grounded.
Right.
Keeps me grounded, a lot. I know y'all have heard the cliche, you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Some of those people don't even make it to that point, you know what I mean? I deal with a lot of downtrodden people, man, that are suffering from mental illness. And it's so important for us, not as just artists, but as people, to reach out. If you don't want to deal with the one-on-one, there's so many other ways that you can actually help somebody. Man. Just donating food to the food bank, donating clothes. Not send them to the Goodwill, take them down to the homeless shelter. Go pass out food, anything, man. Our people are hurt, and if we're sitting back and we're getting fat, we're doing ourselves a disservice because my grandmama said, if you get all you can, and you can all you get, and you sit on the can, you're not helping anybody. So I give what I get.
Right.
That's why I'm blessed.
I definitely understand that.
Yeah, me too, man. It's most definitely good to be that way and be an activist in your community, and not just in your community, just anyway.
That's right. That's right.
I think I see the goodness in people who are doing that.
Yeah.
I'm that way.
Yeah.
I like to help my community. I like to help people that need help.
Right.
Because you never know what a person might be going through. You can look at it, and that's why they said don't judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
Because it might seem a certain way, but inside it might feel a different way. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So,
That's right.
outside of just showing you a color in the picture,
That's right. That's it.
inside of being the person to
And that's my prayer. When I wake up in the morning, put somebody into my life that I can help. Every day when I leave the house. Sometimes my phone rings when I wake up. And man, it's time to move. So I ask God to do that.
Right.
And when it's time, you can't, man, I don't feel like doing it. No, this is what you prayed for.
Right.
It don't matter.
But you're really fresh off the stage right now, man.
Fresh off the stage.
Fresh off the press.
Yes, sir.
Fresh off the press.
Yes, sir.
Fresh off Charlie
Hey, man.
Park.
Shout out Memphis, Tennessee, bro. Memphis showed out this past weekend, man. Beale Street Music Festival. It was phenomenal. I've been traveling with Cameo for 5 years, man.
This is your first time performing?
First time performing at home, bro.
With Cameo.
With Cameo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was dynamic, bro. It was dynamic. A good friend of mine was backstage, and he was just asking me, how do you feel? And I really didn't know until I hit the stage.
Yeah.
And I saw familiar faces. I was like, dude, this is so surreal. You know what I mean? Just to see people I know. And I'm standing between legends. It speaks volumes, man, of hard work for one.
Shout out to Cameo.
Come on, man. Shout out, man. Larry Blackman, shout out, baby.
Shout out to
Anthony
Cameo,
Lockett,
man.
Willie Morris, Aaron Mills, Jeff Nelson. Man, the list goes on. Kevin Kendricks. These guys are original members of Cameo. And to be under their wings, the payment of knowledge. Come on, bro. It ain't even the money, it's the knowledge.
It's the knowledge, that's right.
It's the knowledge. Now I know firsthand how to be a professional. How to be a professional. And sometimes we get lost in the sauce. Wow, man, I'm traveling around the world with these stars. Well, they started from somewhere. So when I come back home, that's my goal, to lift somebody up. As I climb, I'm lifting as I climb. And that's what it's about, bro. Trying to help somebody else that's in this industry that don't know how to be a professional. Anybody, anybody can get a gig. Anybody, but can you get the call back? Can that same person that booked you say, hey man, I gotta have you next year at my same event? Why does that happen? It happens because
You're
you're
professionalism.
professional. You didn't show up right when the gig started. No, you were way early. You were accessible to these people's calls. You were accessible for rehearsals. Your band showed up. Everything was decent and in order. And you established that relationship with that person who's booking you. So all of that matters. To me, it's not about the gig, it's about the relationship. You and I hit it off. We first met.
Yeah, most definitely.
I ain't brush you off. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
yeah.
I didn't brush you off.
But that's how Bird Will is. Like,
yeah, man.
if he introduces you to somebody, then it's got to be somebody.
It's a real deal.
Real.
Yeah.
Bird, that's how he is.
He legit.
Bird is.
Bird legit. That's my guy. Shout out Bird Williams.
Shout out Bird
Shout out Bird
Yeah,
Williams.
Bird definitely.
Yeah, man. That's my, and I consider him as my little brother. To be honest, man. It's truly a blessing for me to be in this position. Man. I can't ask for anything more. And now that I'm transitioning more into my solo career, I know what it takes to be on the road. I know what to look for when I'm on the road. I know how to handle myself when I'm on the road. And this came from being with Cameo, man, those years. Funny story, man.
How long you been traveling with Cameo?
5 years.
Uh,
5 years, man. I was sitting in this fish market when I got the call from Cameo. And a friend of mine called. He was like, man, God is about to change your life, right? I said, man, I received it. Appreciate it. He's like, no, you got to get a phone call for me to Las Vegas or New York. Lo and behold, his Las Vegas number popped up. It was Larry Black. Like, hey, man, saw your video. Should you come out and get with us, right? So we worked the logistics out. 2 minutes later, Otis Williams of the Temptations called my phone.
Wow.
Bro, I'm like, excuse me, but I cursed him out. I'm like, man, who the hell is this, bro?
Right.
Playing on my phone, right?
Yeah.
He's like, no, man, this is Otis Williams of the Temptations. He started laughing. And he was like, how would you like to be a temp? Just right off the top, right? And I'm saying this to say, I made a product. I shot a video. And they saw the video. Don't sleep on yourself. So by them seeing the video, they offered me jobs off of something that I believed in, Chris. I believed in me. I bet on me. These folks saw it, and just so happened, I'm a man of my word, man. And I had given Cameo my word.
Right.
I had given him my word, man. And next thing you know, I was off to Michigan a couple days later. Yeah, bro.
We are 5 years later.
5 years later, getting it in. Getting it in, man.
Well, you're most definitely legendary. And also,
Thank you so much.
I've been doing collectively for so many years, working with so many people. And now, like you said, you're venturing out to your solo career. So it's kind of like a challenge, right?
Yeah. But you got the blueprint.
Right.
You got the blueprint. For me, it's the confidence that you have in yourself.
Right.
I know this gift is from God. I know, just like podcast, radio.
Yeah.
That's your deal, right?
Right.
You have no questions behind it. When you get behind that mic, you know what to do. Same with me, man. I know what God has given me. And one thing that kind of bothers me sometimes, when I'm at home and I'm gigging at home, people may not recognize or realize, hey, this guy is international.
Right.
And I had a discussion with one of the promoters not too long ago, and I was telling him, I said, man, I'm from Memphis. I live in Memphis, but I'm international.
Right.
You know what I mean? That doesn't mean pay me what I make on the road, but you're not gonna cheat. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to know your worth, man. When you out here now, you can't expect to be coming out of the gate getting what somebody who has paid their dues is getting. That's not. It's not conducive to the industry. You got to put in work. You have. I say background. 15 years, 50 strictly background. But I put in the work, and now that I've been blessed and awarded the opportunity to travel the world to do something that God has given me to do, I paid my dues, man. And I'm grateful for it, bro.
Hey, and I will be grateful for it too. You know, your story sounds a lot like mine. Uh, but you know, as far as music, I, I took it to a certain level. Signed my first independent deal after I released second album. Moved out to Atlanta with State Pay Records, big man Sandra Sound. I don't know if you remember him. Gospel Troy at the time.
Right.
And went out there and stayed for a year and a half and gave it 2 albums. So, you know, but after that, I wanted to do something else. You know, I wanted to move on.
I just came from a family. My family on my dad's side, I came up with nothing but music. I know music just like I should have been a musician,
Right.
but I've always been. You can't tell me nothing about no music.
I hear you.
I really been there around it.
Right.
Yeah.
What type of music?
They started off with back then. I guess it'd be R&B. I guess back then doing it. It's like with Tina Turner. I'm a kid at that time.
Yeah.
I'm about like, you see this what they got, you know how to band.
Right.
They had a whole, as a kid, my folks had a whole room set up back then.
Wow.
I mean, the whole setup. No, everybody everybody either sing or play an instrument.
Right.
On my dad's side. All of them. You know what I mean?
You know, that's something that I wish I would have done. My dad played bass 45. But my mom played the bass, the lead, the drums, the keyboard. She played it all. And I never really got
You
into
might
it.
know my uncle named Warren Miller.
I know Warren
That's my
Miller.
uncle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, so yeah, that's my uncle.
I know your uncle,
Yeah,
bro.
that's my uncle. Yeah. 'Cause he's
And that music
Miss
industry.
Jody's.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's my brother, my dad's brother.
If you've been around it for a while, it's pretty much a small circle.
Yeah.
If you talk for a while, you understand. But it's out there, man. Memphis is super hot. Super hot. I don't know if y'all came to the festival, but we had Big Boogie went on before we went on.
Right.
So I'm looking at the crowd like, I don't know how
I
it's
just
going
gonna
to
try to fish out.
I don't know how it's going to work. The dynamics is off the chain, bro. What happened? The younger crowd just kind of shifted.
Mm-hmm.
And the older
crowd
crowd
came
just
to the
came.
front.
I promise, bro.
Right.
Because behind us, they had Finesse 2 Times and Glorilla. So we're in the middle of these powerhouses. I'm like, this is not going to be free. But it turned out to be perfect. Perfect. Shout out to Memphis.
And Memphis, and I'm gonna tell you something. Memphis really showed out this weekend.
They really did.
Everybody was out on the town.
Yeah.
They had a graduation. Actually, University of Memphis
Sure
had their graduation because I was there.
Right.
So it was a lot of crazy
Yeah,
things.
Yeah, man. And I got to shout out my wife, Pamela Richardson. Shout out to Pamela. I got 3 daughters: Simone, Michaela, who's graduating from Southeast Missouri this weekend. Shout out to you, Michaela, and Gerald Richardson, which is a hooper in Northeast Mississippi.
I went to school there.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to college there. I played football.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Northeast
man.
College. Yeah.
And shout out my wife's best friend that graduated from University of Memphis, Carrie Miller. Shout out to you.
So like, I know you probably got like the gigs you do the music. Right? If anybody want to catch you doing Memphis like on a regular, where do you be?
Oh man. So every Wednesday, man, and this is a treat for me. Every Wednesday I play at Stogie's Cigar Bar and Grill, and that's in Cordova. I do a acoustic set. My guy Steve Bethany and myself. We're out there every Wednesday, man, and really it's like a paid rehearsal, bro, because you get a chance to work on the music. You got people that are there every week, requesting songs, so it helps you build your catalog. And I get a chance to try it out with a lot of my music on the people that come. Manhattan, normally at Manhattan Sports Bar and Grill on
That's a very
Germantown.
nice joint.
Yeah,
I heard. Give us a story about the
yeah,
man.
man. I'm there. I play love from time to time and classic hits are pretty much my mainstays when I'm in town. Yeah.
So how long have you been there?
25 years, man.
Boy.
25 years.
My goodness.
Chris, you about to get married.
Yeah, I'm about to get married, man. I'm on my way.
Well, you know, I do this joke on, you know, when I play, and I ask that. I ask, you know, who's there, newlyweds, and all the newlyweds on it. I said, okay, bow your head. That's right. But hey, man, shout out to you, man.
Definitely,
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my baby Jackie, man. I know she's watching tonight.
Okay.
Shout out to her. Yeah, we'll get married May 10th in Las Vegas. That's all right.
Treat him right, Miss Jackie. Come on now. I wrote a song for you, Jackie, called Ordinary Love. Now you're going to have to, I'm going to send it to Chris. I'm going to send it to Chris. You got to listen to it, man.
But okay, but you said like you are an independent artist at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? So who like have you worked with? I mean, like a lot of other artists have you worked with?
You know, not right now. I'm just, are you meaning outside of my music?
Yeah, outside of your music.
Oh, man, so many artists. Man, good friend of mine, J1. Let me tell you something, dude. Shout out J1.
Yeah, shout out to J1.
Let me tell you something, man. It's one of the realest young men I've ever met in my life. He's in a position to help a lot of people, and that's exactly what
What he does.
I promise you, bro.
Yeah,
I called J1 last week. He and I talked for an extensive amount of time, and he did something for me that has never been done. He actually sent me the numbers. Like, call these people right here. You know, it wasn't nothing behind it. Once you made the contact, call me back and tell them I said this. It wasn't that, man. You don't get a lot of that in the music industry where
He removed
somebody,
himself out of the way, let you take care of the business,
Bro.
let you take care of.
bro, J1, much love, my
That's how
guy.
I do.
And I'm always appreciative of situations like that, man. And if we as a people, could do more of what we're doing tonight, the entire world would change. You doing what you doing, bro. You're putting me on your platform. You're putting me on your platform to speak. And we coming together as black men. You can't beat that.
You can't beat it.
How can you lose?
Yeah, how can you lose, bro?
That's right.
Not only are we able, you all are creating a platform for us to come and speak, but we're creating alliances. So when I have my show, guess who I'm asked to come and do a live podcast at the show? Your guy. You can't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I gotta return that.
Right.
This doesn't stop right here. This is what we call we're building.
Right.
So I'm saying, Bull, Chris, hey man, can y'all come out? Let's do a live broadcast at my show.
Most definitely. We would love to be
Sure,
there.
love
We
to
would love to be there, man.
It's in the work as we speak. So December 23rd, y'all. I got you live, baby. And I made it slide the fastest. December 23rd, man.
We must definitely mark that down.
Man, put that on your calendar.
My birthday the 28th, so I might
Okay,
make
you gotta be there, bro. I got y'all a little VIP section and everything already set up. But yeah, man, I'm doing my own show December 23rd. And you know, it's gonna be close to Christmas. So I wanted to do a Christmas show and make it extremely special, man. Like I told you, I'm a social worker. I want canned goods, bro.
Here in Memphis, right?
Here in Memphis.
It's gonna be
This is home, man. I can't. Yeah, man. I want canned goods. We got to show each other how we can come together and give back.
So, I know you're gonna have some other guests performing, like maybe Bird or somebody.
Hell, man. I don't know if y'all know, but the Cougar Hunter, Courtney Little.
Yeah.
But look,
That's my first cousin.
Hey, cool. I was gonna ask you about it. It's funny, but
Yeah. That's my cousin, man. So I probably have him, Bird. I got a lot of friends in the industry. You don't want to oversaturate it, and I don't want to make it too long. But those are two guys that are dear to my heart that I gotta have.
I'm since you spoke on J1, I'm gonna enlighten you on some things. You know, I'm the first one that broke his record.
No way.
In the city 24/7.
What?
I was at Power 92.7 Hot Spring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and J1 good friends.
Yeah.
I called him up, we talked.
too.
I am.
He's accomplished so much, bro.
So much.
And he's really just scratching the surface with the ability that he has, man. This dude got a pen that's off the chart.
And the brother can chop.
Yeah,
Do you write all your music?
I do. I write my own music, bro. The one thing that I pride myself on is just that. Now, the first single I got, shout out to my guy Nick Black. Y'all probably have never heard of him. Nick Black is a white guy, but he is phenomenal. So he and I got together on my first single, and I went to him and okay, man, look, I want to get back into writing. So let's sit down and let's have a writing session. And we came up with the song naturally, man. What you played on it? Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, we try to pull it up tonight. Now.
Let's go.
Okay. Pull it up.
Let's go.
Play it.
Yeah, man. Nick Black, he and I got together. We co-wrote that song, but from here on out, it was just, me. J1 and I, we talked about getting together, writing some songs, which he just got done with one for Sir Charles. That they just released.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know that was very exciting.
Oh yeah.
I know he's very excited about that.
Yeah, man. So when you get an opportunity to do what we're doing tonight, man, stand on what you're saying.
Right.
That's the most important. Stand on it, bro.
Stand on business.
Stand on it, man. And that's how people can tell you're an authentic guy. You real about what you say. There was no way, man. I was tired as hell, dude, from this past weekend. But I promise you, you can look on my page. I'm pumping. Hey, look, y'all tuning in 7 o'clock. I'm gonna be right here, with Chris Brown. Boy, please tune in. That's what it takes, bro. I gave you my word.
That's all.
Oh, you did.
I gave you my word, boy. First time I saw you, you know what I mean? But that's what it's about, man. My dad says, even if you think a guy is wrong, hear him out. Hear him out. Listen, because you might get something out of it.
Right.
Don't discount it. Hear him out. That's one of my mottos, man, that I live by. Just hear a person out, man. Now it's up to you to say, okay, I'm moving forward, or I'm gonna pull out.
But y'all at least heard you out. That's nice.
Yeah, man. I'm always trying to drop some nuggets, get some nuggets. For real, man. That's the thing. Listen, man.
Right. Listen.
As a therapist, you gotta watch your words. Because you can say I'm happy, I can say I'm happy, and you can say I'm happy, and we all mean 3 different things. We have 3 different meanings. So when I talk, I try and explain what I'm saying. I'm happy because.
At least make it make sense.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what they say in church. Make it plain. Right?
Common sense ain't so common right now.
Yeah, I promise you, man. I promise you. Especially with what's going on in our city.
Yeah.
We gotta get out there a lot more, man.
Yeah.
And I actually, every Wednesday, I go into the prison. And I talk to our young black men, man, about changing their lives. And what are you going to do? What's your plan when you get out? And that's my passion. My passion is to make a difference in people's lives.
I did time before,
Okay.
And during that time, ironically, during the time when I was in the county jail, I had to take time to Mississippi.
Okay.
They used to let me go around. I've been in prison while I was in the county jail, they let me go to the school and stuff and talk about it. Right. And I dipped in it while I was locked up.
Right. Yeah. And that's, you never know how powerful that is.
No.
You don't know. So when these guys get out, they have my number. And I make sure, call me, bro. And they're calling. Mr. Richardson, I need a job. Well, I got a list of employers right here.
Right.
That are looking for employees, right? And that's what I thrive on. That's why God continues to uplift me, man, because I'm trying to take care of His people.
Yeah, I know. I've been on that trip.
Yeah, man.
I was in this is a funny story. I had got up. It's been a minute ago. I only went one time. I ain't going back. I was actually down there right in the jail. That makes sense. I used to sit people down as an inmate now. This is facts.
Right.
I used to sit people down, the visitation. I had walkie talkie and everything
Right.
at the jail.
Right.
Could get up when I wanted to.
Right.
You know, I knew what, like I could go beyond the fence. You know, this kind of trust they had built in.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes like you like you must be a trustee status thing. The jail administrator might tell me to go and put on my street clothes. We might go to South Haven or something.
Right.
I'm like, this shit really going on.
But you know what? I gotta say this. I gotta say this. You gotta get back to it.
It got to the point people thought I was coming home so much they thought I wasn't locked up.
You gotta get back to it, bro. We need you. We need you in these streets, bro.
You know, Project Pat is doing that same thing.
Yeah, man.
Shit going on.
Jail person speaking to guys.
Yeah.
And with the young youth today, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
How we was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
They just got a totally different approach.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
What do you think the problem is with that? Look at the young youth from what we came up and now you seeing all this crazy how they catch it on so much. Do you blame social media or all this extra?
It's
What's
so
your
many.
opinion on
It's so many variables.
I want to see your opinion.
It's so many variables.
That's what exactly.
So many.
Because it ain't social media about it.
It is not one.
It's
thing.
got to make it there.
It's got to make it there.
See, that's the thing about it. I be looking at it like,
But
it's got to make it there first.
I'm gonna say this: even when you see it, you have to believe it. So, what is some of the things that's being pre-planted in your mind before you even see it?
Yeah.
You understand? It's the environment in
That's
which
what I'm
we're
talking
being
about.
raised, man. If I came up, I had mom and dad, 6 siblings in the home. In the home.
I'm the oldest grandchild in 11.
You understand? So you understand.
I'm the oldest.
We had a stable home. When daddy said no, that it was no going to mama, to nobody else. That was the end of the conversation. When I saw a police officer, I stood still because of the respect that we had for police officers, right? There is no respect.
No,
There is no
it is no respect.
no respect. I live across the street from an elementary
And the
school.
value of life is at the window.
It's out of the window. I don't value my life because nobody has valued my life. If mama ain't valuing my life, nobody is valuing my life.
What else?
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody
What
else
else
is
should I even care about?
What else should I even care about my mama? I might be selling mama down. I might be serving mama.
So what else even
So
matters?
what else even matters, bro?
That makes sense.
I'm dead serious. If I'm serving mama, no other female has a chance. I live across the street from an elementary school and I make it my business when they get out of school to be in front of my house. And I want to show them. Don't walk in the grass. I cut the yard. Look how I lined it up. Walk on that sidewalk. Come here. How was your day? Tell me one thing you learned in school. Nobody else is asking these questions when they get home. So guess what when they come, hey, Mr. Richardson, how you doing today? I'm good. Come here. Tell me what you learned. Who's your favorite teacher? What's your favorite subject? It's all about school. Don't tell me about the PlayStation.
Right.
Don't tell me nothing about sports.
Right.
Tell me about your school.
Right.
Because I want to pick your brain. I want you to know that I got it. When I see this dude, he going to ask me some questions about school. So I better be ready.
Right.
Man, I got him coming running up to me. Guess what I learned, Mr. Richardson? Get in line. Tell me. You understand?
Right.
Value. Somebody values what they have to say. It's very important. They don't even know my name, but guess what? They know this man is going to ask me how my day was, what I learned. You can't say nothing because you've been up there all 8 hours. You learned
something.
You learned something. Whether it was at recess, they taught us how to kick the ball. Great. We have to start asking these tough questions to our kids. So when I go to the prison system, I'm gonna tell you a funny story, well, a horror story, because I had a 21-year-old and a 71-year-old in the same pod. I go into the pods. 21-year-old and a 71-year-old in the same pod. And I asked the 21-year-old what his charge was. He told me. I asked the 71-year-old. He told me. I told the 21-year-old, I said, look at the 71-year-old. I told the 71-year-old, look at the 21-year-old. So I told the 21-year-old, that's you. I told the 71-year-old, and that's you. You had the opportunity that the 21-year-old had. And the 21-year-old, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna be 71 in here. So you try to you give them that joke, that burning bush effect sometimes. They have to see it to believe it. And that's some of the problems that we have in our communities, man. We don't ask these kids the tough questions. Half of us are afraid of them because on my way here, I stopped at the gas station and a dude about 4 feet tall had a gun so big in his pants.
Man,
I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. Check this out. You said it like that because yesterday I'm just riding, right? I rode downtown, just riding. Right. So I'm riding through the back. I'm very sad. I'm riding through the mile. So I'm gonna come up through my Maryland. I turn off hard through the back. By the time I make the right, I'm hard to come back to Maryland. Right. But I'm to school to my right. It's the first group of kids I see. First thing I see is a chopper along with my goddamn car. And I'm saying to myself, what did I just ride? You know what I mean? I don't know what's something going on, like they just had it, but like, why? Like, we're in a black neighborhood and black people fought to have. And here it is, I see another group of young black folks. Here, the first thing I see is a gun alone in my, you know what I mean? I instantly picked up the phone and called my wife and told her. I was like, you won't believe it.
It's serious.
Like,
and guess what? I live in that community.
I'm looking there, I just shaking my head and I drove by.
Today, I live in the back. I live in the back. I was out in Bordeaux. I sprayed on. My mom passed away. I moved back into the family home in the back. For one.
Young guys, you can have what you want to have. Why y'all got to show the guns though?
Yeah, but,
we gonna get
but again, it's what you believe in. Before you even make it to social media, somebody has influenced you that this is the way. There's no other way. This is the way right here, man. We gotta get this chopper. We gotta get out here and get busy. That's not the way. That's their reality though, bro. That's how they live. Like we know the phrase, get it how you live.
Get it how you live.
That's how they live, man. And to us, it's improper. But who are we to say they're done? This is incorrect. So what we're doing, man, let's just make sure we're doing our part out here in the community.
Gotcha, man. Like I said, I got 3 boys. I ain't like I one of the feds right now.
I feel you, my guy.
Yeah. But the thing about it, he's just a Lord. He's just a Lord, young dude. But his character is just pretty much like me.
Right.
He don't mess with nobody. Like it's just like you look at the record of somebody, you look at his jail, you don't think they work.
Right.
Just like you said, once you get to know them and their real character, just like I know my son, I know like he's not just fucked up as the system got him looking at.
Exactly.
He got a loyalty problem to the wrong people.
Yeah. And but you know that's my business. That's where I step in. Right. And I say, hey man, you know, we look alike. We got the same skin tone. We're probably from the same hood. So what difference did I make that you did?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm never going to be hypocritical. That's the thing about me. Mm-hmm. I can't be hypocritical. Mm-hmm. You know, I became a certain way, you know, like certain things we've done. Yeah. So I just got to apply that in a different aspect. That's now, because all the things they got in hand, they got so many tools that destroy themselves. Yeah. But at the same time, so many to help them too. They use the right way.
Exactly. I look at. I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is a funny story. My wife showed me a picture of a lady's car. This was just yesterday, an Infiniti that they stripped. And when I tell you they stripped it joint. I'm thinking, why don't you work in NASCAR? I'm sure they did it in an unbelievable amount of time.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable amount of time. Why can't you go say, hey man, I like taking wheels off cars. Let me go see if I can get a NASCAR. That's the type of brilliant thinking some of these kids have, but they don't know that there are resources available to put them in that position. It's out there. But if somebody tells you, no, you don't want to work in NASCAR, they ain't paying you like I'm gonna pay you. Hey man, unbelievable.
They gonna be all. It's so funny. They gonna get more negative effects and not to go to.
Not to go
to NASCAR and do that. You keep on doing this.
Keep doing it. Why? Because it benefits me.
Instead of me saying, nah, man.
Stop doing it.
Stop doing this, man. Put this energy towards this NASCAR situation.
Come on. So, environment and what you learn before you even get to social media. I'm not gonna blame it all on social media.
No,
now it's accessible.
I blame it all on guys like me and you and him.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
I feel like we are because I think we talked about this not too long ago. Like the OG, the older guys, how you look at guys who've been through things that we've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Like I pride myself on this shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. There is no young guy that dealt with me that lost his life in gunfire.
Mm.
I have there ain't no guy that took my advice in this lifetime that hung around me and listened to me and went out here and got killed in gunfire. Man, it's shit that ain't it, man. I'm on some other shit. You don't know what you may think. But once you get to see, I get to telling you now, this is for Darren.
Yeah, right.
This is not for you, Tom. This is not for you, man. This is not,
right.
This is what Darren doing. Now you got to find something. You got to find your own life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I'm not telling you to do nothing than what I'm doing because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm me.
That's right. That's right. But there's so many people out here, man, that want to mimic, and be a rapper. And not to say I don't knock none of that, man, because I don't know what God has blessed you with. But it's the lifestyle that allows me more. I might not have the ability to do what you're doing, but I want this lifestyle. How can I get that? Right. You got to grind.
And like I said, the pride, them guys come in. All my guys look at me in their group, all of them be like, man, if it wasn't for you, I would have did this. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, man, you know how many times I heard that. Yeah. And I know if it wasn't for me, someone would have said would have happened. Trust me, it's serious shit. Yeah. That's mine. If it wasn't for you, man, I would have been there. Yeah. But then they look at it, I kept people crashing out.
Yeah.
You would have regretted it.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't no money there.
That's how you do it, man. That's your part.
Yeah.
That's your part.
You would have regretted it. There wasn't no money there. There was nothing bullshit.
Right. So, Gerald.
Yeah.
We know you're very busy, moving around a lot. You got any upcoming shows?
Yeah, man. So I do a lot in Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi. Why Jackson?
Man.
How did that come about?
So my guy, Justin Carter, he owns a couple restaurants in Jackson.
Okay.
Phenomenal musician. He invited me. No, I had a show at Fitzgerald's for the holidays, and I didn't have a guitar player. And a good friend of mine, man, recommended it. And he came down, and he and I created this alliance, man. Asked me to come to Jackson. It was 5 years ago. I can literally play in Jackson every week because of the relationships I've built in Jackson. That's what it boils down to. So I'll be in Jackson a couple weeks from now. Next week I'll be in Missouri, but my daughter's graduating, so I won't be working. But yeah, man, I got a lot of nice shows I'm doing. I got the Memphis Shell, then I'm doing a show there with some guys. It's just a lot, man. So I post a lot of my stuff. You can follow me, Gerald Richardson, on Facebook, Gerald 1061 on Instagram. I'm just all over, man.
Gerald Richardson, y'all. What's the word on the street podcast?
Yeah.
That we appreciate Gerald coming through and hanging out with us. Man, we've shared a lot of love.
Hey, man, thank you.
Covered a lot of ground. We just want to let the people hear a little bit of your music.
Man, that's good, man.
A little bit of your music. We know you have a song out right now.
I do.
And Couldn't tell what the name of it is. I think I played it on my page.
So it's actually called
last
Natural.
week.
Is that is that? That's it right there.
Well, you want to do? I'll let you do it.
Let me
Yeah.
let me do something. I want to do something.
You want
I'm
to
gonna do something just for you, bro.
Okay.
You want to do it? I'm gonna let you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. I'm gonna commit. You want to do it? My
Nah.
God,
I
Go ahead.
want
It's the monster. It's the monster. I just
Just
uncommitted.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, I want to do something different. If you don't mind, do
Man,
you don't mind, do
you welcome to do whatever you want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate
I'ma
you
say
coming
this,
hang out
man.
with us today.
Hey, Chris Grandma, I love your spirit, bro. You don't come across people like this often, and you're a man of your word. Okay, man. Keep that characteristic. Keep it sharpened. Keep that tool sharpened. Somebody's gonna see you on here, and it won't be long, bro, before you and Bull take off.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
serious,
some
man.
positive, that's some positive words
No, man.
coming from someone that's legend.
You
man.
got to do it, man.
Man,
I'm gonna do this, man.
different.
First time ever played on YouTube, on the air, on the podcast. I gotta give y'all a taste of the life of the party, bro.
What's the word on Street Podcast, man? We're right here on the
Baby, you don't need nothing. I got everything you need.
Gerald Richardson, first Saturday.
You can never go wrong with me. No charging, no ID. You're not the thing you want to right. You're partying with me tonight. I take the roof off at the daylight. So I can show you up. Have you ever seen a California come to turn the party out for free? Something to the good life every night. You know I'm gonna keep the crowd right. Hey, I got the vibe. Yeah, crowd happy, baby. Everybody party with me. I got some baby control. You know it's something when you love it. We're gonna do it all day. Ain't nobody feeling until it's through. The girl was so amazing. She's a Canadian. This is what I do. It's something like the party. It's something like the party.
That's hot right there. I like that.
When I was in the midnight, believe what I saw. And she was about 5'9", standing on the I walked over to her and said, would you like me, baby? She looked me in my eye and grabbed me by my neck. Lady, won't you take your time with me? See it, go ahead and chill it from up with the girl was moving visibly. I don't understand why everybody is standing.
Gerald Richardson, like that.
Cause I'm the life of the party.
Hey, shut up. Oh, we got the song playing. Can you tell it down too, man?
I want you ready to party. Let's go. We can get it on the Texas VA. It really don't matter to me. We can do it in New York, California. Hey, or in Memphis, Tennessee. Best believe this is how it goes down. The guys are spinning on, the ladies are going on. Same thing when I hit your town. We're the life of the party.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Chris.
Oh, hey, I love that, man. I love that, man. You know, I can't ask you. I'm going to put it on that already now. You got your top up.
Atlanta, all the way to Alabama. What about Chicago? Down in the ghetto. St. Louis, what it do?
podcast. Don't this is Ashford Road, man. Don't see me in the store. Free grind hard. Leave food up, eat cheese enterprise. We got special guest Gerald Richardson. Like for the party, baby.
Everybody party with me. I got some pain control. You know it's so we ain't closing down the club. We're gonna do it all night. Ain't nobody leaving until we're through. Hey, the girl was so amazed. She's looking good. Baby, this is what I do. Cause I'm the life of the party.
Talk to me.
That joint is blazing, boy. That joint is blazing.
First time, baby. Debut, Chris Grind. Let's try it on this podcast. Y'all got it first, man. You did that. You know what? Y'all got it first, man. You know what?
That was the what the word on the street is.
Talk to me.
The life of the party. The word on the street is the life of the party. That's just it. Ain't no other way to say it. Fuck what they do.
That's grown up, man.
And you know what, man?
That's grown up music, man.
You know what, man? Dropping music like this around this time of the year,
Yeah.
summer getting ready to break, everybody out, sunshine, everybody in the park. That's just the type of feel good music you want to
Feel like
listen
feel good family music, man.
Yeah, that's
I
what
know
you want to listen to.
That's why I was there to take it all in.
Come on, bro.
Like, man, it's really,
It's real talk. When you hit the scene,
really
bro,
have song.
that's what it is, man. It's a feel good song.
And whoever made that track,
Jonathan Richmond, shout
that's
out
dope.
to Jonathan
That track's
Richmond.
dope, man. That track.
Shout out to Jonathan Richmond, man.
I mean, the track, when it come on, just got that.
He's got that.
They got that, you know, when Will Smith
It didn't take
came
no
out with
time, it got
Summertime,
straight to
straight to the point. It was just a boom, the groove of it. You
It
know
stayed
what
there.
I'm saying?
It stayed
Hey,
there.
that's it, bro. You gotta do something right there. You gotta do something right
I
there.
appreciate it.
I think they were finna go.
Let's go.
I think y'all going with it, bro. We going up, baby.
Y'all heard it right here first.
I think y'all
What's
finna
up?
go.
You heard it first right here, baby. Life of the party, man. We got my boy, Chris Ryan. Man, what's his name?
Jay.
Jay.
This ain't Jay. He's black man.
You cold blooded, bro. You got me looking.
Well, Gerald, look, man, working with Cameo, you're gonna be doing numerous of things with them. You've been with them for 5 years, and pretty sure it's gonna be some interesting things come up here. You know, pretty soon.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, you always welcome here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro.
You here, you always welcome. So whenever you had something going on, contact us.
Okay.
Man, we'd be glad to have you back. Man, we gotta bring you back for the world premiere, though.
I'll tell you, man.
We know we world premiere now. We gotta bring you
I
back.
got shirts for y'all too, man. I got shirts for you, man. You know what I mean? I love it, man. And that's again. That's
When you
what
come
it's
back, we'll have once a while. We have some new shirts we just had done for our grand opening.
Okay.
So we're gonna get some
I'll
more.
make sure you get it.
Most
What's that?
definitely, man.
What's that?
Large.
Gotcha.
I appreciate it, man.
Large. So anybody you want to shout out before we get off this podcast?
Man, my family, man. My family. I shout out my wife and my girls, man. Danny, all my sisters and brothers, Dot, Shirley, Brenda, Mark, Joyce. I mean, I just love my family, man. That's how we were raised. You know, our parents passed away years ago, so me and my siblings, man, we hang in there, man.
So both parents passed away.
Both of my parents. And I got one more guy. My guy, Ty. Ty is he helps manage the business in our business partners. We just started our own production company called Elevate Production. It's going down.
So is he your manager?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. He is one of the dopest brothers, man. You want to be. You know, man. Shout out Ty. Thank you, bro, for everything that you do for me.
Right. Shout out to Ty, man.
And
And shout out to everybody that's been tuning in with us right here at What's the Word on Street podcast. We air Monday through Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30. We'll be here Monday through Wednesday. see that, man. Like that. We have special guests each and every night, man. Doing that Monday through Wednesday. And also, man, if you want to book us to get over here, man, if you want to advertise your business or you're an artist, you're trying to drop a single, wherever,
all of that.
you stop by.
Small business, any promotion, this is a platform for the people, man. I'm trying to let y'all know.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it
love,
is.
bro.
And interested in booking us, you can get us at what's the word on the street? Well, word on the street podcast at gmail.com. Word on the street podcast at gmail.com. You hit me up, man. 901-598-2252 right there.
901-634-3975. Inbox me, man. We got $80 to get the podcast. Business promotion, man. Let them know. I'm trying to work with everybody.
And we're so happy and grateful to have Gerald stop by with us today, man. Doing very legendary things in the city of Memphis, man. And,
Word on the street.
All right, y'all, man. Hey, look, man. Tomorrow, make sure y'all tune in at 7:30 p.m. We will have Bird Williams, man. We have the Bird man here. Shout out to Bird Williams, man. Shout out, Bird. And on Wednesday, we'll have Mike Larry, man. We'll be talking about his move from Chicago, going to school down south here at Russell College, in Hot Springs, Mississippi, there, man. Made such an impact on the city. Brother doing great things, man. So, got a full show for you this week. Make sure y'all tune in with What's Going On Street Podcast again. ChristianMarHeartRadio.com. Download the app first.
Worldwide. Cheese Enterprise, man. Y'all come on in.
Appreciate you. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, brothers.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Gerald, man.
Hey.